Hello, welcome to High Performance Coaching and Training. My name's Lee. I'm the founder of this company, and also, first of all, I wanted to say thank you so much for taking some time out to have a look at my video. I know we had a chat just previously, about 15 minutes, and I really enjoyed that conversation that we had together. And I just wanted to give you a bit more add value as well. So I put together a little bit of a video here. It's talking a bit about myself, my purpose. Along the way, I want to give you some value as well. So I have some tips about the 3 keys to help you to actually grow your business as well. So enjoy, and I'll just start the video up. Okay, so during this call here, what I want to cover for you over the next 30 minutes is I want to cover a little bit about myself and my purpose, as I was saying before. I also want to give you 3 fundamental keys that will help you to achieve business growth. Now, that's added value. They're very information you can take away and you can implement straight away. That's so important as well. Taking action is really, really important. So you are going to have some homework. So you're going to have some actions that are taken from the video. So please go through the video, write down some of the insights that you gain from the video, and start looking at what type of action that you need to take so you can implement those strategies as well. And also, where to go from here. If you're interested in the next step, we'll be talking about that at the end of the talk and things like that as well. So I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer that our time is very valuable. So again, I enforce that you're going to get a lot of value out of this session. But I also believe in surrounding yourself with positive thoughts and positive quotes and sayings and things like this. And I saw this one, and it was really true to my heart. And it was saying is a dream becomes a goal when action is taken towards its achievement. I hear so many people who are dreamers, and they have these wonderful ideas and visions and everything else as well, but they get so disappointed because they find it hard to take the action to actually achieve those dreams as well. So having dreams is great, but also dreams that are not actioned they can create disappointment as well. So it's so important to always look at is, how can you take action with your dreams so you start getting the results that you want. A little bit about myself. I've been in business, started business in 2001. I'm the founder of High Performance Coaching and Training. And under that sits my academy, which is the Breakthrough Business Academy. I've always been a child. I've always been called a dreamer. I used to always have the great dreams, but today I call myself a visionary. So I was that child that came from a very unemotional family. And at night time I would dream and I would escape. It was my escapism. And I would dream of myself becoming this beautiful white horse. And when I became this beautiful white horse, I felt free. I felt invincible, spirited. But I had this really desire to protect my herd. And what I would do is I'd stand on top of my mountain and I would be overseeing my herd, making sure they're protected. So it was really interesting. It was a very clear dream, and I was. That's where I used to go every time I used to want to escape. And I remember when I was about 11 years old, this man jumped out for me. I was riding a horse, and he jumped out, grabbed my horse, and he said to me, are you interested in riding? And I went, I love riding. So he took me behind the stable, and there was this beautiful white stallion, exactly what I dreamed about. And he asked me to ride this horse at the age of 11. And I was riding this horse under stay and under saddle. I just couldn't believe it. It was a beautiful white horse. It was just absolutely amazing. So I learned at a very young age that what you think about, you create. And this is very important in business as well, because 80% of your success in business is what you think about. So a lot of us, we get caught up in, if things don't work as fast as we want it to, that it's not going to work, we lose hope, or if we make a mistake or we fail or things like that. It's just part of business. It's part of life. Everything that we do normally, we're unsuccessful with it to begin with, but through learning from our mistakes and continuing to strive and take action and moving forward, we always achieve our dreams, and we will always achieve our goals along the way as well. It's really about being resilient and disciplined, and having passion to pick yourself up when things don't quite work out right for you. That's so important as well. So a bit about my purpose. Okay, most of you may know, or you may not know yet, but I really wanted to create community, and some of the things that are very important to me in community is, first of all, is having a leadership mindset. That's really important to me. That it's that personal development, that emotional intelligence, that leadership mindset. That's all together for me. It's about how I want to become, how I want to conduct myself, my own self-awareness of my own faults, and also understanding my strengths as well. But the most important thing is to lift people up and support them. So that's very important for me. So about five weeks ago, I started creating my own tribe. I call it a tribe. It sits in my Facebook group. It's all about bringing together business owners or people who are in position of leadership as well. Bringing them together into a platform where they value leadership, they value that sense of community, they want to contribute back, they want to make an impact in the world, because they understand the value of leadership and being those types of people that uplifts people around them, but also strives to create their own success as well. So that's really important to me. So I'm on a mission to bring 10,000 business leaders together that value leadership and actually demonstrate the principles of leadership. And through becoming good leaders and standing out in their communities, then their business growth will happen automatically, because people will come to them instead of them chasing after business. The other thing that's very, very important for me is also teaching my clients business street smarts. I know when I first started business 17 years ago, I made lots and lots and lots of mistakes, as you do, because you had to learn the hard way. I didn't have a lot of, I suppose, mentors around me back then. I didn't have any business experience. And to be honest with you, I probably didn't even know about education back then either. So I was relying on other people to direct me and help me. But unfortunately, sometimes people take advantage of that. So I want to teach people business street smart, so that when you do start investing your money, you've set yourself up strategically first before you start to make that investment as well. Also it teaches people the quicker way of getting through things as well. Leadership principles is very important to me, but also the development of teams is really important for me as well. Having people wanting to go to work in your business, having people that are empowered, and having people that are inspiring. And the other thing that is extremely important to me is actually having, being the hero of your own life, of actually treating your family dynamic with the leadership skills in there as well, having a work-life balance, and making sure that you're prioritizing your family along with your business as well. So I've worked with some amazing clients. These are just a couple of my clients. I'll talk about Natalie first. She started with me. She just finished the NEASE program. The NEASE is that New Start Enterprise program from the government. Came out, had absolutely zero business sense, very creative graphic designer, creative person, but absolutely had no business sense at all. And because of that, she was lacking a bit of confidence, lacking direction, didn't know about systems or automation, the business smarts that we need to know. She had absolutely no idea with that as well. So working with me, she started to educate herself around the business smarts that we talked about, started implementing the strategies, and now has a business that's growing rapidly along the way as well. The other gentleman that I worked with, Raymond Faulkner, general manager of Holiday Inn, he again put his leaders, everyone else on my program. He did an investment of around about $4,000 or $5,000, put them through each individual person through my program. I was able to take leadership right through the whole organization. working with their team leaders, along with working with himself as well. He saw the job, the transformation I was getting happening in the organization, and then he approached me to actually work for him as well. So you can see I've had lots and lots over the 17 years. I've had lots and lots of different experience in many different areas, working with business owners, working with individuals with their mindset, working with teams, working with organizations, training and development along the way as well. So as you can see, I'm in my element. I love variety, and I don't think I could ever work for anyone because I like too much variety. I like to be working with teams one day and the next day working with business owners, and then working with the individual person who's struggling to achieve some of their personal goals as well. So the three things I want to actually talk to you about today around your business growth, I want to talk about these 3 points today. So the business growth, and has to be in this order as well. It's very important. What happens is a lot of businesses, they'll start a business off and they will invest a lot of money in trying to get lead generation straight away. Unfortunately, they haven't sat down and looked about, nobody knows who they are, okay? And what happens is usually their cash flow runs out because they haven't got the budgets of a big company and things like that as well. So the very, very first thing we've got to do is we've got to start to get them to be known organically, get them to know and be known and position themselves strategically so they're not actually investing money at this stage into advertising, but of course they're investing time. At this stage, they do have time because they haven't got all the clients yet. So they do have time. And at the same time, I think it's great to actually learn how to run a business properly yourself so that when you do outsource to your contractors, you kind of know, you're informed, you kind of know if they're performing or not performing kind of thing as well. So the very first thing is you need to be looking at is how can you build your authority and influence people, obviously through leadership. I do this by teaching people how to build tribes, how to build followings, how to actually do that and create a system around that and system strategy so that they can not only build their tribe and they can excite people and help the people as well, but they also can then, after that like, trust and know has been built up, they can also start to monetize it as well. So a lot of people tell me they may have 10,000 followers on here or this whatever, but I always ask the question of, well, you may have 10,000 followers, but how many of those do you actually convert to clients? Because at the end of the day, to be in business, you've got to have income coming along as well. But if we can generate the income by being leaders and having integrity and only taking on clients that we can work with, that's a good way to run a business. So don't be afraid to earn money, because it's important that you earn money, because if you didn't do that, then you couldn't actually service or follow your purpose or help others to actually become better than what they are today. So a very important thing is think about first is, instead of thinking about clients, think about how can I create the type of person I want to be so I stand out from my competitors. That's really important. So I look at that offline and online. Offline will be, for example, doing speaking gigs and networking and getting out there in community and starting to be known as well. So once we get all that moving at the same time, we've got to start looking at is how can we actually then build a strong business model? How can we then start to build our business model so it supports our vision, it supports our dream, and at the same time we build a strong model that is different than what our competitors are doing. So if we are communicating exactly the same message as our competitors, then we're not standing out, we're blending in. Now, this is important to understand because we want to add value to our clients and our customers. And the way that we do add value is we've got to add more value than what our competitors are doing, or we've got to be able to articulate our added value better than what our customers are doing. We simply have to learn how to do better business than what our customers are doing. So, this is really important, and to build a strong model so you do stand out, you do add value. And when you start standing out and add valuing, then you're not getting caught up in pricing. Because a lot of people, what they do is they'll discount, and they'll try to work on discounting. But the problem with that is you're undervaluing yourself. And at the same time, when you have new competitors come into the market, they will also discount below you as well. So you don't want to get caught in the discounting war. You want to be able to get paid what you're, what you're worth, and that as well, and always adding value to your customers. So they're not happy with what you do; they become raving fans. So a person who becomes a raving fans, actually, you exceed their expectations. So you want to deliver more than what you promise. Once you start building your model and looking at how you can create that and add value and stand out, then you need to get stuck into systems and structure and automation, because this will actually give you free time. If you were doing things the old way, I remember I was talking to a gentleman just recently, and he was very good at his art. He was a leadership coach, very, very good at what he does. And I was talking to him, and he pulls out an old handwritten file of everyone he has to follow up in a folder for people who were interested in his course. Now, he could have automated that into a list and sent some bulk emails out to those customers, which would have been a lot easier. And it's so important to understand that it's really important to use the latest software and user-friendly tools that will help you to automate your system, and also helping you to actually ensure that you're staying in touch with your customers as well. The other thing that's really important is, as you become busy and more successful, you'll need to start to scale up as well. So you may need to bring in some staff or team members, or you may need to bring in some contractors to help you out. If you do not have any systems or automations or rules or boundaries or these things in place, then there's going to be a lot of waste of time, and also a lot of conflict, because no one knows what you expect from them, because you haven't taken the time to actually present them the systems and the processes and the structures and the roles and the dynamics that you need to be done as well. So it's so important to actually understand about automation along with your supporting systems to help your business, so you've got more time then to focus on the things that you love doing. So those three things need to be done in your business, and they need to be done in that order. So first one, as I was saying, you've got to create a following. You've got to create that authority, being the expert in your field, influence people through leadership, so people will start to come to you. The second one is you need to make sure your model is different than your competitors, and that you add value so that you can articulate that and demonstrate that, so your clients become raving fans. And the third one is you need then, because as your business will scale up and it becomes so busy, you have to have things automated so that it takes care of itself while you focus on serving your clients and doing the things that you need to do as well. So they're the three fundamentals I want you to take away from today's session. So again, I love sayings. I found this one, I wanted to include that. I love this one. It says, don't worry about failures. Worry about the chances you will miss when you don't even try. So many people, I feel so sad. They will come to me and they'll tell me a dream, but they don't do anything about it. It's just a dream. And the problem with that dream then, as I was saying before, is, like I know myself, in 17 years, I've done lots of mistakes. I've done a lot of failures, had a lot of successes as well. But that's just what business is about. It's about anything we do in life. We normally fail first before we actually achieve. The very first time you started walking, you didn't get up and start walking. You would have fell over and, picked yourself up and tried again and everything else again. But the most important thing to do is never, ever, the only time you fail is when you stop. That's the only time you fail. The rest of the times when you make a mistake or you make bad choices, it's a business learning experience. And having experience is so powerful, because you can read something in a book, but you're not actually implementing it. You're not experiencing it. So it's so important. And this is where it's really important to surround yourself with mentors, good people around you that will expect more from you, that will expect you to be accountable, that will encourage you, that will give you hope, that will lift you up. But the end of the day is that you have to do the activity. You have to grow. You have to be willing to become resilient, to be consistent, to be disciplined. All of these different values, which are the values of successful people. So remember I said that you need to implement the knowledge that we're talking about. So we talked about the 3 fundamentals. One was building authority. Second one was then moving into how can we create our business model. And the third one was about automation and systemization. So my questions are here for you to take away and answer. And once you finish them, email them to me. Okay. So first one is, what's your biggest takeaway you got from watching this video today? What's your biggest takeaway? What is the biggest shift that you would like to take in your life or your business right now? So what's the biggest shift? And what is the biggest barrier that is actually holding you back right now from taking that shift? Okay, so those are 3 questions you need to prepare and answer for me, and send them through the email. Once you've done that, then I am going to offer you an hour follow-up call to actually help you look through at that. The call is about if you are serious about taking action right now. It's about us having a chat, and as you probably know, as I said before, I only take on 40% of people will be invited into working with me on the next call. But please understand, the next call is not just about sales. It's again giving you really good value so that you can sit down and start looking at some of the, the marketing and some of the things that you can do in your business to drive yourself forward as well. At the end, if you want to work with me and you think that we're a good fit, then obviously we'll have a conversation around that, because there's many, many different packages and many, many different budgets that I can offer you so that you can work with me. Like I have one-on-one clients. I have a mixture of one-on-one clients with group coaching. I run a lot of mastermind groups as well. So I have lots and lots of different ways to work with people, because I want to be able to support as many people as I can along the way. But before we have that call, it's very important that, if I'm going to invest an hour of my time and you're going to invest an hour in your time as well, that I know that you take action. So I want to work with people who are really, really interested in putting time aside to grow their business and to take action. It's a priority of that. Or if you have a personal issue or a mindset that you want to take action on as well. So your homework, that activity, those 3 questions have to be completed and emailed to me before you book in for your session. Once you email them to me and then I see it, then we can book it in for your session. If you don't want to do the homework and you're not really serious yet about moving your business forward and you're still sitting on the fence and procrastinating, that's fine. What I would recommend you do is I'd recommend you jump into my tribe, my Business Leaders Rising, Lead, Influence and Stand Out. It's a Facebook tribe. Jump in there, join the tribe, become active, because in the tribe there's going to be daily resources, support, tools, strategies, all of that. The tribe is very, very active tribe. And I like that because most people in my tribe understand the importance of taking action and standing out. So that's your option as well. So you may not be quite ready yet to take any action. You may not want to invest your time yet into working with someone. And if that's fine, the other option is just jump in the tribe. And when you are ready, I welcome you to actually reach out to me, and then we can have a further discussion around that as well. So again, I really look forward to speaking to you. I'm hoping to see you in my tribe or on the phone call, follow-up phone call. Just the areas that I cover. Remember, the most important thing is to build your tribe, your following, your leadership, and also your mindset. Start to create some leads, get paid for what you do, and generate some sales processes, more transactions. Make sure you do customer retention, create higher prices, reduce costs, and develop your teams and team alignment sessions. I do as well. So I really hope you've enjoyed the PowerPoint went through. I really do look forward to you taking action and reaching out and chatting to me. As I said, I only take on 40% of the people who actually do call me. The people I'm looking for are people who are action orientated. They want to prioritize their business, and they're open to do a financial investment into their business as well. So if that's you, I'd love to talk to you. So all the best, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.